Good morning, and welcome to I Hate Music. Holy shit,
up?
it's Nick Wusz.
Holy shit, so that's become a thing, huh? What are you talking about, dude?
HSNW.
Holy shit, it's HSNW. I love that, dude.
Yeah, happy HSNW to you and yours if you choose to celebrate.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I see myself every day in the mirror. It's like, holy shit, it's Nick Wusz.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, man, I see this guy every fucking day. No, Hunter was telling me that he thinks that I act surprised every time I see you on the podcast, which I don't mean to do that, but
yeah.
Maybe I
Well,
am.
you know, I think it's funny because we're talking kind of like BSing a little bit before it starts, and then you get into podcast mode.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
holy shit. Yeah.
Like it's the first time you saw me today.
Exactly.
It is kind of funny.
Well, I don't know why. Like, there's something about saying your name, Nick Wusz. It just
it's got a good ring. It's got two syllables total.
It's very, it rolls off the tongue for me, and like even when I'm talking about you with other people, I don't say Nick. I would say Nick Wusz.
Nice.
And I kind of like give it this like gravity to the name.
Yeah, you do.
Nick
you
Wusz.
do. Yeah, I love that.
It's serious.
I appreciate that. I'm glad I have a complicated last name, and I'm glad it's just very short, 4 letters.
True.
You know, if it was a long last name, you'd have to explain that and spell it out.
Oh,
it would take a lot of time, you know.
Wuzolowski or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You see some names that are just like, damn, dude. So
no, it's not. It has like a nice ring to it. It's got a lot of gravity. It's like a serious name. It's Nick Wusz.
You feel it in your balls, you know.
Yeah, it's like so good. Yeah, so I'm always like, oh, Nick Wusz. Nick Wusz. Thanks, man. So yeah, holy shit, it's Nick Wusz. You're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I hate music.
Holy shit, it's Jason Walton.
Yeah, I never get that. HSJWW.
Yeah, awesome. Well, welcome back. It's been a while.
It's been a bit. We've both been doing stuff. Yeah, man, I missed you. We only saw each other once this last month or so.
I know, that's insane. And traveled the world since then.
Yeah, I mean, kind of in a way.
Halfway across the world and back in 4 days.
I know, dude. What is that book, Around the World in 80 Days?
Yeah, you did it in
halfway around the world in 5 days.
You must have been. It must have been pretty brutal coming back.
Oh, jet lag was. Yeah.
Oh God. I mean, you didn't even have time to get used to it, I bet.
No, not at all. Well, we'll talk about that in a second.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. You're getting ahead of yourself. You're being eager.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. No. So this is going to be a little bit of a weird one. We were kind of thinking that we haven't done one in a while. I've got a lot of listener emails that I wanted to go over. We've got a lot of things to catch up on. So we're just going to kind of do like a nice, like relaxed, like catch up episode. Not like the condiment, but like, catching up episode.
Yep. Nice.
And I have a couple trivia questions for Nick in the process.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Surprise trivia. First one is Nick.
Oh, right off the bat, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I Hate Music. This is episode number.
Oh, 82.
Damn, you're close. 84.
Oh, wow. Good.
Yeah, that's really good, though, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So I think,
and so I heard you stole this idea from a French podcast. Is that true?
Yeah, I was gonna go over that actually.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. There's no order or anything. Yeah, so I don't know how this came about, but the other day I was looking up I Hate Music to look for reviews that people leave, and I came up with on Spotify I Hate Music. It's a radio show. It's a French radio show that goes over like hardcore, like punk and hardcore. But I was so confused because I cannot tell you how many times I've Googled and looked up I Hate Music in its different forms, and I come up with like a Supertramp record called I Hate Music.
Oh, really? Wow.
Or a song called I Hate Music from them, I think. Like a couple things here and there. I've never run into this radio show, but it's like a streaming radio show on Spotify, and it's been around longer than this podcast has. So I have no idea how I missed it until now.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm sure all those times you've Googled it, it would have come up. But
you would think so. Even when I go to Spotify and I look up I Hate Music, it doesn't come up. But if I go from the link in Google to it, it'll pop up.
It must be filtering English language or something like that. You know?
Or like, yeah, I don't know. But at first I had a panic attack because I'm like, wait, is this a podcast called I Hate Music? Like, what is this? But yeah, it's like a radio show. I listened to a little bit of it. Yeah, it was interesting stuff. I don't understand the the language, but
Yeah, it's all in French, right?
yeah. Did you check it out at all?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. But yeah, they have a.
So you didn't steal it after all. We're good.
I didn't steal it, no. But even the cover, like for the radio show, is a lot like the very first image I had too that Casey drew it.
No way.
It's like a turntable with a broken record.
Wow.
Was mine, and this one is a turntable with a broken record with like a hammer, like smashing it. So, yeah,
That's crazy, dude.
yeah, a little crazy, but yeah, we discovered that recently. But yeah, let's get to the meat of this episode. Let's do some. Well, first of all, I want to say, as always, like earthandsound.org. We got all of our shit there: Dolvin, Traveler's Rest, MoonBladder, Cross Paths, Snares of Sixes, all that stuff. And I want to go over the Patreon just for a second, too. We do have a Patreon now. Nothing is behind a paywall at the moment, but this helps us cover costs, expenses, things like that, like hosting, equipment, all that stuff. We have a few subscribers now, and we appreciate that, but even more would be even better.
Nice.
We do have our playlist on Spotify, as always. It is updated now and then, depending on the topic. Usually has songs related to the topic or what we're listening to currently. And of course, as always, we love your listener emails to hate.pod.music@gmail.com.
Heck yeah.
Yes. Before we get into some listener emails, Nick Wusz,
Yep.
what do you think is the most downloaded episode of I Hate Music?
Oh, you've told me this before. Was it Dawn?
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
job. Yep.
Thanks.
Dawn. Episode 20 with Dawn.
Nice.
That one, I've had him on twice, I think, and that one, I think, was just the one where we shared music. I had another one where Marius from Psy picked the music and Dawn had to guess what it is, but I think that's the one where we were just talking.
Awesome.
The runner-ups in order are Tanner Anderson from Sequie and Majesties.
Yep. He's so talented, that guy.
Is it talent, Nick, or is it hard work?
Oh, referring to episode 80.
Yeah, episode 81 or whatever it is. Yeah. Right behind Tanner is Aesop.
Nice.
Right behind that is Mortis. And
Nice.
right behind that is Toby Driver.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So this one's going to be a little bit harder. Least downloaded episodes.
Oh, jeez.
And I only counted ones that are a year old or more because obviously
Okay.
the longer they're up, the more
Takes
downloads
a while,
they get. This is probably really hard because I'm pretty sure you haven't listened to all the ones that are even out there.
Yeah, I'd have to look at a list.
Yeah. No list.
I have no idea.
No list for you. It's your good buddy Russ Miko and John Chick.
Nice. And John Chick?
Yep.
They were both on at the same time?
No,
or?
different.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, two different ones. But Russ is the least downloaded. John's is the second least downloaded.
It really helps when they're in like a popular band or they promote a lot on social media or any of that
Yeah,
stuff.
nobody really knows Russ or John, so it makes
Good
sense.
guys, both
Yep.
of them. Both of them.
Yep.
Cool.
Both close friends.
Yes.
So, let me remember how to do this shit here. Okay. Let's get into our listener emails. What do you say, Nick?
Sounds great.
Our good friend Robert from Missing Scenes. I believe he's got a new record coming out soon already, too. Jesus, this guy's so prolific and talented.
Hardworking, I bet.
Hardworking, yep. He's sat in his studio 8 hours a day woodshedding on his modular synths. But he gave us a new and updated theme song.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, he listened to the last one, and he said the lyrics are kind of hard to understand, so I'm going to give you an updated one. So here we are.
Cool. Here we go.
We've got listeners who have thoughts. From Brazil with Rex to Romania with love. Should they say Guar or Kyle, you take a shot. Nick and Jason want you. Listener emails.
I mean, it basically like encompasses our whole show, dude.
I know.
It's incredible.
It's great. Yeah.
All the highlights.
Yeah.
Nice job, dude. Robert, badass.
It's still a little hard to understand at times, but it's much better than it was before.
Yeah, it's got like
but,
this robot voice on it or whatever. It's so cool.
Yeah. It's like recommendations from Brazil, which we've definitely gotten.
Yes.
And then love from Romania, which we get every fucking episode.
Yep.
Guar, Kyle, you take a shot.
Take a shot.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Robert, thank you for that updated version.
Thank you, Robert. Really awesome.
Okay. So let me get this going here. Sorry. When I'm doing it remote like this and sharing stuff, sometimes it gets a little cumbersome. Okay. So I'm going to start with an email from a guy named Mark. I'm going to keep his last name secret. Mark says, "Hey, thanks for reading my previous email on one of the recent episodes. Shortly after I wrote the last email, I decided to seek out tickets to days 3 and 4 of Prague Power USA 2024 since I already had day 2 tickets. Day 3.
I have no idea who's been playing those. Like, I used to keep track of that.
Yeah, me too. I don't know either. Days 3 and 4 are sold as a package and usually sell out the day they go on sale. So after searching a bit, I was able to buy some tickets for days 3 and 4 off someone who couldn't attend anymore. I'm so glad I did. I just got home Sunday, and it was an experience unlike any concert I've been to before. I did have an awkward conversation at the festival that sort of relates to the nerd episode you recently did. You talked about how awkward sports chats with other guys could be for you, especially when you were in Milwaukee. Mine ended up being an awkward, nerdy conversation. I was wearing one of my battle vests on day 2, which features a bolt thrower mercenary back patch.
Sweet.
Yeah, bolt thrower, classic. This guy, and I mean no offense at all, but he sort of fit that Simpsons character nerd stereotype, came up to me while I was getting a soda in the venue and said, "I see you like bolt thrower. Did you know that some of their music is Warhammer 40K themed?"
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. How would anybody not know that?
I think it's like if you're into bolt thrower, you know it.
Yeah,
Period.
I would think so. And if you don't, that would be really strange, but yeah.
It would be. Well, maybe if you got into, I don't know, maybe if you only heard like the last couple albums they did or
That's
something.
true. Maybe if you were newer.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. When I first read this, I laughed out loud too. I was like, this is just kind of funny. But anyway, he goes on. I was like, yeah. Then the guy wanted to start talking about 40K, and I know a little about 40K, the main lore, and even paint some of the miniatures as one of my too many hobbies, but I'm not that deep into 40K. Like Star Wars, there are tons of novels on 40K with all kinds of side stories and stuff like that, and I just don't have the time to dive into all of that. Anyway, this guy started asking me about my favorite faction and Space Marine chapter is, and I was like, let me stop you right there. I am not that into 40K. You could see the obvious disappointment on this guy's face, and he immediately was like, well, it was nice talking to you, and walked off. Yeah, so he goes on about that experience. But he said the festival was great.
That's happened to all of us many times,
yeah.
Dude. I mean, people are into their thing and they want to talk about it. And if you're not on that level, then it's difficult to have a conversation that goes into a lot of details. And it's okay. I mean, unless you're trying to be really good friends with this person, it's probably not even worth the effort.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody gets that, and not just in music or sports or anything. It's just one of those things that happens.
It happens a lot in like, I fly little planes or my engineering world too, especially those places. These guys are so deep into it that they can tell pretty quick if you're not like on that level. And
right.
Sometimes I am like pissed off about it because I do know a lot about those things, but also it's just like this guy's, he's kind of putting his autism on me or whatever.
Right.
And I don't want to engage with it because it's just too much. But
yeah, it's too much. But yeah, Mark goes on to talk about the Prague Power Festival and how impressed he was and how awesome it was. And yeah, thank you, Mark, for that email.
Can we name some bands that played that? I'm curious.
Let me see. I didn't read the whole thing because it's kind of longer, but he does say, let's see.
Prog Power 2024, September 3rd. No, that was last year's. Oh, man.
We said that Mikhail from Dark Tranquility was there just attending.
Oh, that's cool. Wow.
Love Bites, a Japanese metal band, made their U.S. debut at the festival. It looks like Amorphous played?
Well, they're doing that tour, right? Amorphous and Dark Tranquility did that tour.
Yeah, they were just here a couple nights ago. Yeah, Amorphous says they played day 3.
Wow. I missed that show, unfortunately.
He's got the whole lineup right here.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, yes, please.
He listed it out. Okay. Day 2 lineup. No Spun, Temperance, Earthside, Twilight Force, Leprous, and Dark Tranquility.
Nice.
Day 3, Striker, Fifth Angel, Elegy, Soin, whatever that is, Love Bites, and Amorphous.
You said Love Bites was Japanese? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said Love Bites, Japanese metal band. Their U.S. debut.
Yeah, never heard that. Oh, never heard that.
Day 4, Frozen Crown, Disillusion, Illuma Shade, Damien Wilson, Winger?
Huh. Interesting. Performing the Pull album.
Yeah. And Pagan.
Which was a little bit later, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Wow, Winger.
That's interesting.
Huh. And Pagan's Mind. I have to be honest, I don't know most of these bands.
Me either, yeah. Pagan's Mind, Damien Wilson. I'm not sure who that is, actually. Amorphous, of course. Wow, interesting festival. Of course, there's going to be lots of nerds there.
Yeah. Yeah, he does say here, too, on day 3, I wore a Moonlight Sorcery shirt. I got a few comments like, you aren't going to see anything like that here.
Oh, my God.
Which I had to chuckle at. It seems like there is an assumption that people had seeing my shirt that I would only be into that kind of metal.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the photographers at the festival approached me, though, and was like, dude, you have a Moonlight Sorcery shirt. I know the band. Let me take a photo of you. They wouldn't believe someone is here wearing their shirt.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
that's funny, wearing a very different genre to a show, for a shirt, a different genre shirt to a show. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it might look like maybe you don't know the music or something. I don't know if people would think that. I don't necessarily think that.
I don't know.
When I see somebody like that. But
it seems like a weird assumption to be like,
you're only into whatever style that is, rather than this stuff.
Yeah.
We're watching.
Yeah, I don't really think about it anymore. But when I was much younger, I would always purposely wear something different. Yeah, I'd wear a Sarah McLachlan shirt to Cannibal Corpse, things like that.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
Yeah, it's like a little antagonistic, I guess. I don't know, but I don't really care or bother with that anymore. But I used to get off on it. But yeah, people just make weird assumptions in situations like that.
That was a good email. I like that one.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. He also includes his phone number, which I always think is kind of funny. Should we call him up? I don't know. It's weird.
We could text him. Hey,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're on air right now talking about you.
Yeah. Are you wearing your Moonlight Sorcery shirt? And then we got an email from our good friend Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle. I still get all the Kyles confused, so, bear with me. Hey, Jason and Nick. Just wanted to comment on something from the most recent episode and also a correction for Jason, not for Nick.
Correction for Jason.
Yeah.
This is a very important.
It is.
Listen up.
Okay, number 1. So cool that you guys signed Kyle K's Dolvin record on air. You mentioned, didn't we do this recently before? Indeed you did. For me, the other Kyle from Pittsburgh.
Dude, that's hilarious.
And then he made a meme to explain the situation. Can you see that, Nick?
Can you explain what that is?
Yeah,
it's
so
like
it's
Futurama or
it's no, it's not Futurama, it's the other one.
Rick and Morty or something?
No, it's actually pretty good. I've watched it with the kids. God damn, I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, it's like
email in, Kyle, and correct Jason on this.
Yeah, correct me again. It's Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb.
I'm almost positive it's Phineas and Ferb.
Okay, cool.
So it has an image of the mad scientist guy talking to a sock puppet, And it says, if we had a nickel for each time we signed a Dolvin record on air for a Kyle in Pittsburgh, we'd have 2 nickels. And then it says, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Very good. I'm clapping. That's amazing.
Is that your first Dolvin-related meme?
I think so.
Probably.
I think so. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Okay. Oh, here we go. I'm going to go off on this one for a little bit, I think. Number 2, correction. Jason called Primitive Man terrible. I think the word he meant to say was incredible or awe-inspiring. I get that mistakes happen, so if you could just fix that in the next episode, I'd be really happy.
Yeah, this is a good correction. I like this. I have lots of for Jason, like Iron Maiden and all kinds of shit. Black Sabbath.
No, I love Sabbath.
Okay.
Jokes aside, I would like to hear his reasoning behind that one. It's at the top of my Jason Spicy opinion list, and I'm really curious to hear why. Anyway, thanks for a bunch of awesome episodes lately. Your pal from Pittsburgh, Kyle Hyder. Again, it's pronounced Hyder, Jason. Man, this guy's on my jock.
Yeah.
I just can't get anything right with him. Okay, Primitive Man.
What's this Primitive Man? I don't know anything about it. Is it a duo? Is this one of these power duos?
If I remember correctly, they're a power duo. Yeah. I think. I
think so too.
I've played with them twice, I believe, maybe even more. We saw them at MDF that one time. I can't remember. It wasn't last year. Maybe was it the 2 years? Maybe it was this year. Man, it's so hard to remember all this shit. And I've seen them a number of times, played with them a few times. I'm sure they're lovely people. It's actually funny because the latest episode of Radical Research is on Coroner, and somehow Hunter and Jeff got into the fact that I hate stoner metal.
Yeah.
Which isn't completely accurate, I just have to say. Not completely accurate. What I don't like are bands like The Body, Primitive Man, High on Fire.
You hate Wolf Mother, dude.
Yeah, but that's a whole different thing. Well, actually, it's kind of related, but it's different. I don't like the whole like shirtless, mustachioed, beer swilling.
Totally. Red Fang, dude. Yeah, like Red Fang.
Yeah, drunk guy hollering over just riffs.
Proud to be high as fuck on Pabst or whatever.
Yeah, it's just not my vibe. It's not my scene. It's hard for me to explain.
Now, Primitive Man, are they like that, or is just the name like that?
No,
it's just you're associating it with Primitive.
No, I mean, but it is. I mean, the name is appropriate.
Okay.
It's 2 very large dudes that are, large and sweaty, and they're just like bellowing over really simple riffs. And yeah, I mean, it's got power, it's got groove, it is really heavy, but like, I've been listening to metal for a long time. I need more than that. I need something else,
You're not talking shit on Crowbar, are you?
No,
because
I would
Crowbar is a great fucking band, dude.
I'd say that they're related in a way, but like I love. Well, I can't say I love I Hate God, but I appreciate I Hate God, and they're kind of in that vein too, but there's something different about like the way that it's portrayed and the way that it comes off that appeals to me more. Like that's more like heroin induced, not like
yeah, exactly.
Not like
very good
wife beater Budweiser. I don't know. It's just
heroin induced. It's better.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something. It really is something about the vibe of it.
Do we have like a quick sample so I can?
Yeah. Do you want me to
have a judgment on this as well?
Sure. You want me to play some Primitive Man?
I think so. Yeah. Let's just have a little bit of a.
Okay.
Like I don't know, the number 1 song on Spotify or something.
Yeah. We did see them together.
Okay. Yeah. I was trying to remember that. I was about to say I don't recall that.
I just don't remember if it was this year. I feel like it might have been this year. We also just played with them last December at the Decibel Festival.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so let's play just a little bit of their top song here on Spotify. This is Primitive Man. The song is called Victim. You ready for this shit?
Fuck yeah.
What if I fall in love with it right now?
You might.
I mean, I might. I've never heard their records. Like, what if it's... Yeah, okay. Here we go. Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
What I will say is I tended to like that a little bit more than what I've seen live.
Mm-hmm.
But I still stand by what I said. It's, I know it's just like a little sampling. It's just not really what I want to be listening to right now, I guess. I mean, it is pretty filthy sounding, and I love that. Like, the guitar tone is disgusting. The vocals are pretty great. But it's also, it's just how many times have I heard that, and
it does sound familiar. I agree. It doesn't sound quite like High on Fire or stuff like that to me. It sounds more darker, grittier,
definitely
doomier, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But,
And which I appreciate for sure.
Yeah.
I just, again, I've been listening to extreme metal since the late 80s. I've heard this formula. I've heard these riffs, yeah, just not what I want out of music right now. But perhaps I should check out the record. I mean, that did sound, I love, like I said, that guitar tone was just disgusting.
Yeah, totally. Good word for that.
Yeah. So anyway, Kyle, you haven't convinced me, but maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I won't. Yeah, we'll see. But regardless, thanks for the Dolvin meme. The very first
Kyle,
Dolvin
that was
meme.
awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
First Dolvin meme ever.
As far as we know.
Huh, it's true.
Yeah. And we got to listen to a little bit of Primitive Man because of it.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. What'd you think, Nick? Wusz?
Yeah, it was interesting. Doomier than I thought it was going to be. Definitely. Really heavy.
Yeah.
I like the guy's kind of vocal style as well. It's interesting. Yeah,
And
I'll peruse that.
it looks like they are a power trio, not a power duo.
Nice. Power trio.
Yeah. Not like the Power Uno the Traveler's Rest is, or MoonBladder.
Or MoonBladder.
Yeah.
Power Uno.
All right, let's move on to a email from John Foley. He says, "Hey again, Jason. Fuck, man. You are amazing in Melbourne. Thanks so much for traveling such a long way to make so many people so very happy. And seriously, how amazing is Hunter on drums? Ears are still ringing. Thanks again." Yeah. Well,
Awesome, dude.
I mean, thank you. But, yeah. I mean, Melbourne was amazing.
Is this the time to talk about those shows now?
Yeah, we might as well. Why not just mix all this shit in together?
I mean, that was a pretty good segue. I want to hear a lot about it as well.
Yeah.
As much as you want to talk about, that'd be great.
It's a good segue. I will have to say, or I do have to say that John and I were hoping to get John on here so we could both talk about it, but that would require a little bit more. What do I want to say? A little bit more planning than I was able to do. So that did not happen. But we will get John on the podcast soon. He really wants to do it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But yeah, I mean, Australia, it was amazing. I mean, none of us had been down there before. We left on a Wednesday morning, flew out of the brand new PDX airport, which is gorgeous and amazing. Left in the morning on Wednesday, and then we traveled back in time. No, we traveled west, but we went forward in time 17 hours to Sydney. We flew through Honolulu. Hawaiian Airlines gave me like a nice like rum mango drink on the way, which was nice.
Awesome.
Watched a couple movies. Landed in Sydney, and basically it was time to go to bed when we landed. So, I mean, we were treated like royalty. It was this company down there called Bird's Robe. And it's a record label / promotion company. And they literally just treated us like gods the entire time. Not sure we've ever gotten treated that well. Everything was thought of. Everything was taken care of. It's like you get in the van, they hand you a bottle of water with a little electrolyte pill that you can like put in the water to like hydrate you faster. Everything's taken care of. Like we landed in Sydney, they picked us up, got to this beautiful, gorgeous hotel in downtown Sydney. And they're like, if you guys are hungry, just order room service. It's on us. I've never had room service before, ever.
Awesome.
And so I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to get some room service. So I ordered chicken tikka masala, and it was great. It was really, really good. The beer was not so great. But
would you have Castlemaine 4X or whatever that is?
It was called, I don't remember the name of it. It was,
there's a
it was called Goat.
brand?
Goat.
Okay.
Or something like that. Yeah, goat. But it's like the only beer I could find down there was like 3.5%. It's just not really my jam. But the chicken tikka masala was great, and then I slept like a rock for 10, 12 hours.
Oh, good. At least you're able to sleep.
Yeah, I slept really well. And then next day we woke up and we went to the wildlife park in Sydney. And we got to feed a kangaroo and feed a koala and feed a wallaby. And feeding the kangaroo was awesome. Just like feeling like the little whiskers and like the moist mouth on your palm. Like that was a lot of fun. We were there for like a couple hours. It was a pretty hot day in Sydney that day. But yeah, and then it was time to like go to sound check. So I went to the venue. Venue was really nice. It's called The Factory in Sydney. And that show was John opening, and then Soldusk, and then us.
Nice.
And it was not quite sold out, but close enough. Sold a ton of merch. People were stoked. Played, I think, almost 2 hours. Yeah.
How did you guys do all the merch? Did you bring it down, or?
Eisenwald in Germany made it, and they shipped it all to Australia.
Yeah.
But, we didn't have to worry about that. People were taking care of that.
Was the set different than you'd been playing, or?
Yeah, we added You Were But a Ghost in My Arms.
Nice.
So that's different than what we've been playing, like, other places before that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. The reception was great. The people were great. Everybody was so nice. The staff was awesome. The fans were awesome. Met a few people afterwards. Everybody's just really thankful. It puts it in a different perspective now. It used to be fans would be like, oh man, I've always wanted to see you. And now they're like, we never thought we'd see you. And now here you are. And especially in a place like Australia.
Yeah, exactly.
So people were really, really grateful, really excited. Yeah, it was great. And I felt like we played really well. I felt like at that point in time we had enough adrenaline that we weren't feeling it too much.
That's good.
But the next morning, I was exhausted.
Damn it.
And I just stayed in my hotel room for like the first half of the day, just resting, reading, things like that. And then we went to... Oh man, the time frames are so screwed up for me.
You flew to Melbourne, or did you take a...
We flew, yeah.
Okay.
That's right. So then that day we flew to Melbourne. It's like an hour-and-a-half flight.
Yeah.
And Melbourne was like such a stark contrast to Sydney. Like Sydney to me felt like it could have been like, like South Chicago or something. Felt very just kind of Midwest American, a lot of concrete. Except we did go to Bondi Beach, and that was like a different world.
Yeah.
But Melbourne was like, it was like a mix of like Prague and Helsinki. It was the new and the old, and like the train station's so beautiful and old, and then it's like, I think it's called like Federal Square or something. It was like super modern. We had this amazing meal there at Mabu Mabu. And
the same people take care of you, or did you have a shift into a different group?
Same company, different people. So
wow.
Melbourne based. But then our tour manager, she flew the next day from Sydney to Melbourne to be with us.
I see.
So then, so we had that amazing meal at Mabu Mabu, and we had like kangaroo tartare.
Damn.
Emu heart skewers. We had
wow.
an emu steak. I had crocodile tongue.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like all this crazy stuff. It was amazing. One of the best meals I've ever had in my life. And then the next day was the show in Melbourne, and that was at Max Watts. And the guys in Blood Incantation had told me that like that's like a super cool place to play, so I was stoked to go. And that one was sold out, and that was like right on the edge of Chinatown, basically. And that show was great. Fans are great, staff is great, all the same shit. I mean, it was just like front to back, the experience was just amazing.
That was maybe the picture you sent me, but it looked like a big pub or something almost.
Yeah, it basically was, but it kind of felt like
a massive pub, obviously.
Well, it kind of felt like Doug Fir or something to me.
Oh, okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
The place is great.
Yeah, but the sound is great. I mean, no complaints. It was just like we're just taken care of like every step of the way. Amazing. But like that, after that show, I was like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. And then the next morning we flew home.
Holy
we
shit,
flew from
dude.
Melbourne to San Francisco, which was 15 hours, and then San
Yeah.
Francisco to Portland, which was like an hour and a half.
How'd you do on that long one like that?
You know,
15?
in some ways, like those flights to me are more comfortable than like a flight to the East Coast. You know,
Yeah.
the food's better.
Yeah.
We were also like, we weren't in business class, but we were like in like Coach Plus or whatever it's called. So
Yeah,
a
exactly.
little bit more leg room.
That's good.
The food's better. The seats are more comfortable. Like I watched a bunch of movies. It's like, I'd much rather do a flight like that than like fly to Chicago or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So they feel less turbulent, like the bigger planes too. Like, I mean, there'd be like hours go by and I just feel like I'm sitting in a room watching TV, you know? So,
Amazing.
but yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad at all. I mean, I was definitely ready to get off the plane, but overall it wasn't too bad. But then we got home and we were exhausted. I slept for like 2 hours, and then Hunter and Aaron and Ellery and I went to Yaowarat because Hunter's been wanting to go there, and feasted on all sorts of awesome Chinese Thai fusion dishes.
What's it called?
Yaowarat, it's that place in Montevilla. The woman that recently drowned in the Willamette, it was her place.
Oh, Naomi Pomeroy.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I haven't been there.
Oh man, it's awesome. It was just New York Times released their like 50 best restaurants in America, and it was like in the top 5.
Damn. Did
Yeah.
you have to get a reservation, or was it?
No, they don't do reservations, so you show up when they open.
Oh, awesome.
But yeah,
Damn.
it's a great place. But yeah, I mean, Australia, it was amazing. It feels surreal because it was just such a short trip,
Yeah.
and we had such a strange experience too. It's not like we got to go anywhere and like see kangaroos like jumping around. Like a lot of it is like I could have been anywhere, really.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
So it kind of
That's
feels
life as a
unreal.
rock and roller, you know?
It is,
That's
man.
life on the road, bro.
Yeah, people are like, "Oh, have you been to Rome?" I'm like, "Yeah, I sat in a fucking parking lot for 6 hours in Rome."
Totally.
Yeah, but I mean, Australia was amazing. I would love to go back at some point, especially Melbourne. It really, really hit home
Yeah,
with
it's
me.
beautiful.
It's a beautiful city. The food's amazing. The people are great. Yeah.
It seems like when I was there, it's been a while now, 2007 or 8 or something, but there was a lot of, like Portland, there's a lot of neighborhoods where there's some cultural stuff. going
Yeah, I
on,
think
and it's
so.
like quirky neighborhoods, and
Yeah.
like a thriving artist scene.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It just seemed like a really modern city that also appreciates tradition and, you know, old architecture and things like that. We went to a record store there.
Nice. Find anything?
I was looking at a couple things, but I'm like, I don't have any room at all to bring
right,
stuff
yeah.
back. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I didn't. I think John bought something from some local composer or something, but I haven't heard how it was. But yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a great trip. And, you know, thanks so much to Bird's Robe for taking care of us, and Soldusk
Yeah.
playing with us. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was
You
amazing.
guys play the same set both times?
We did.
Or?
Yeah, we did.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, that makes it easier anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 shows, and
Yeah.
you know, some people did travel and saw both.
Oh, really?
shows.
They saw both? Yeah, I was
Yeah,
wondering.
yeah. You know, the thing I didn't realize is how big Australia is. Like,
Shit, dude. Yeah.
it's-
I mean, it's as big as the States.
it is. It's as big as the States. It's crazy. People were telling
Nobody in the middle.
nobody in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, people were telling me like, "Oh, I flew like 8 hours to get here." I'm like, "Oh, like, where'd you come from?" Like, "Oh, Northern Australia." I'm like, "Wait,
Yeah, right.
what?"
Damn, dude. Yeah,
And I didn't
that's
really
crazy.
understand that it's like right below Indonesia.
Yeah,
you know.
right. A lot of Australians go to Bali and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was eye opening in that way. It's like, you know, you look at a map and you kind of like get the idea, whatever. But when you're in a place and you like really look at it, you know, it's different. So yeah, life changing event, and I would love to go back for sure.
Cool. Well,
You've been down
sounds
there-
triumphant.
You've been down there once, twice?
A couple times, actually. I was there in like 2002 as well.
Okay.
Traveling around, and
Yeah.
then when I was a kid, I went there as well. So
Oh damn. Okay.
3 times, I guess. But
Yeah, it's a hell of a flight.
yeah, I'd like to go back. It's been a long time. So
The flight's shorter
we
now.
did a road trip from Melbourne through Sydney, and then all along the coast,
Yeah.
on the east coast, all the way up to the top.
Yeah, we went to Bondi Beach in Sydney, and I wasn't familiar with that beach, but then it turns out Aaron follows like some kind of like lifeguard Instagram page or something like that from there. So she knew about it.
It's like Waikiki or Malibu. I mean, it's a very famous spot for sure.
Yeah. And everybody there was like wearing nothing basically.
Yeah.
And they all had like the most perfect like Hollywood bodies. You know, it was crazy. But we went to this place that was on Dave Chang's Ugly Delicious where you pick out your steak and they cook it for you right there.
Nice.
And so Hunter and I, we sought out that place, and then the four of us had lunch there, I think. But, yeah, great place, man. So cool. Like I said, it still feels like a dream. Like, I haven't really processed it because it was, like, so fast.
Yeah, no kidding.
But, you know, I came back home, and I was like, just give me a couple days, and I'll feel fine. Like, literally, like, a week. It took me, like, a week to adjust.
Yeah.
I was just
It's harder as we get older. For me, it's so much harder now. I don't know what's going on.
It's harder, and we were on such a short time frame.
Yeah. Especially a schedule like that, yeah.
And playing shows and stuff. There wasn't a lot of downtime.
No.
There wasn't a lot of time to relax. It was a lot. So John Foley here, he actually goes on about the Australia show. He says, you guys were just transcendental. Thank you, John.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He said, I'm appointing myself as the new Australian correspondent for I Hate Music. Let me know if there's competition for the crown. There is not, as far as I know, so I appreciate that. Oh, God, this is about you, Nick.
Oh, shit.
To massage Nick's ego, I should probably send a photo of all of my Dolvin Traveler's Rest merch and how I've integrated it into my Tolkien wardrobe. Not a euphemism.
Yes, please. Did he send a picture?
He didn't.
Oh, damn. Yeah, send a picture, John.
Send a picture, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I've sent you many packages. I appreciate your support, dude. Really. Incredible.
I've been a big fan of Dolvin since I Hate Music introduced me, and Traveler's Rest is a fascinating new road. There's a cool ecosystem that I Hate Music fits within. A global community of independent podcasts that expose listeners to innovative, esoteric, unusual new music. Stuff that's occasionally hard to find. Stuff that's well curated. Toby Driver, Thief, MoonBladder, and all the crossover with Hunter, Jeff, and so much more. It's all so much appreciated, and again, Hunter is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I doubt it's a sore spot since he seems to be doing so well, but it'd be fascinating to hear from Aesop on I Hate Music. He seems in a good spot and is a fascinating dude with a long history and a great record collection.
He is, and he has a lot of stories to tell.
Oh, man.
Aesop's been around.
He's got the most stories to tell. He was on one of the very earliest episodes. I don't know, like in the first 20 or so, I think. Yeah, he's got the best stories ever. He's a great storyteller, super witty, one of the funniest people I know. It was his birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Aesop.
Happy birthday, bro.
I would love to have him on, and it wouldn't be a sore spot at all. We're all good. Any weirdness that might have been in the past, we've talked it out. He and I have always been good. He's great. I haven't seen him in years, and that sucks, but no, we're still really good friends, and I love that guy to death. So
totally,
I would love to have him back on at some point in time. Okay, let's move on. Still a few more emails here. This is from somebody named Jared. You know, and the last guy included his phone number too. Like, what is this with people? That's so strange to me.
Give me a call.
Okay, Jared says, howdy fellas. This podcast, along with Radical Research, have been a great resource for discovering incredible bands that would have likely slipped past me by algorithm alone. Thought Industry, for example. So thanks for that. Recently, you discussed power trios, and I wanted to mention the band Helms Ali. Not really metal, but certainly metal adjacent. Same three members putting out consistently awesome and unique music for well over a decade. Very underrated drummer. Yeah, Helms Ali, I saw them when Karada was recording our record Salt here in Portland. I went and saw them at the Hawthorne with AJ because he's friends with those guys.
Nice. How was it?
It was good. I just saw the one show. I've never listened to them on record, I don't think. But yeah, I think AJ illustrated their record cover, something like that. But yeah, I mean, another power trio for sure. Then Jared goes on to say, question for Jason, which band gets compared to Agalloch the most? And which bands do you personally find to have the most similar vibe?
Oh, man.
I don't know.
So many, actually. Remember that one that you said John had known, and I got the tape of. I have it here. Dude, they're very Agallochian. Go ahead. I'll find it. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we've gotten all sorts of things over the years. I mean, the obvious ones like Ulver and Catatonia, which makes sense. The ones like Opeth that make sense but weren't really an influence. This is one of those questions that if you would have asked me 10, 15 years ago, I would have had the desire to talk about for a long time, and I just don't. I'm sorry.
Well, you referred to bands that are older that you guys were inspired by, but there's tons of newer bands that are inspired by you guys,
Exactly, and I just don't know those very well.
This is one that I discovered. I just happened to buy their cassette. UAMH.
I don't know
that. And their album is called At the Edge of the Loch. And this shit is very Agallochian, dude. It's really good, actually. I like it a lot, but man, I was surprised. I think there's some early Alcest that was inspired by you guys.
For sure. I mean, I hear Agalloch in a lot of modern metal, but I don't know. I mean, I remember October Tide sounding a lot like us. There's that Moon Sorrow record that sounds a lot like Agalloch. And it's I feel like it used to be one of those things where, like I said, like 10, 15 years ago, I would have been like, oh my God, like these guys and blah, blah. And now I'm just kind of like, it's cool. I just don't really even care to go into it, really. It's just everybody shares influences.
I think for you, there's a lot of, your heart and soul is in this music, and when the new stuff comes along, it's almost like, why bother even checking it out when like the origins of it and the foundation of it had been so long ago. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain, I guess, but
it's hard for me. Sometimes I listen to a band, I'm like, this is cool, but it just reminds me of Pill Folklore.
Yeah, something that's been done so long ago.
Yeah, and then I'm like, exactly. I'm just not. That's not what's doing it for me right now.
Yeah, right.
And as cool as these type of discussions are, it's just that's not where my headspace is now, as far as like comparing Agalloch to things or things to Agalloch. So yeah, I don't really know.
You are listening to a lot of like strange avant-garde progressive music, and the same thing you mentioned with Primitive Man was like, this shit's been done. Like, I had heard it so long ago.
Yeah. Your mind's
in another place.
It is.
You're not even paying attention to like whatever type of folk metal is out there.
No,
you know what I mean?
I have no desire for that now.
I don't think any of you guys are. And to be truly inspired, you can't be. Almost, you just got to be doing your own thing.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like what Mortis said on the episode that we had with him. He's like, stuff's cool, I just don't really keep track of it.
Yep.
So
same thing.
Yeah. So he does go on and says, for the Agalloch, actually, he says, as for the Agalloch album rankings, I'm sure it's a typo, but that's pretty cool. I've always been drawn to Marrow the most. It's the one I regularly listen to from start to finish. Wow. The bleak muddiness of it is a great juxtaposition to the pristine Ashes, which is my second favorite. So he says, in order for him, it's Marrow, Ashes, Mantle, Faust, Pale Folklore, The White and the Gray Peas, and then Serpent.
Wow.
And then he says, anyway, got my fingers crossed for Crota 2 before I die, and enough with the High on Fire slander, they fucking rule. Okay, so here's something. I feel like I would... Okay, so Jared and Kyle, if you're listening, I would like to know how old you are. Because I think
this is important, especially with the way he ranked those albums too. I'm pretty sure he's young. He's pretty young.
Yep, I think it's pretty young, and I'm not trying to point this out as like I'm an old guy, and so I don't like High on Fire. I mean, Matt Pike is older than me.
That's true.
Yeah. So, but
his fans are young.
His fans are young.
I think.
I think. I don't come from that world. I come from like the death metal world, right? So, I think that someone that from my background isn't going to be into stuff like High on Fire and Primitive Man.
What's the first band for High on Fire? Is it Caius or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Or Queens of the Stone Age or something? And then they go a little heavier. They go to High on Fire. Yeah. I think so too. Yeah. Interesting.
I think so. And I these thoughts aren't fully fleshed out, but
yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know. Like, me and my friends, we don't listen to High on Fire. We don't listen to Primitive Man. We don't listen to stuff like that. we come at heavy music from a different angle. I think younger people have a more homogenized view of heavy music, and High on Fire isn't that different than, I don't know, like Spirit Possession or something.
Yeah.
And so it's easier for them to break down those walls, maybe. But like stuff like High on Fire, that's just not. It's not even in my frame of reference. It's not even something that I pay attention to. So,
I agree. I'm not sure either. It would be interesting to hear from somebody how they got on the High on Fire train, and what the progression, the linear progression was to get there. It'd be interesting.
Honestly, I'm not even sure I've heard High on Fire. Should we do it? Should we do it real quick? Let's do it.
Put a song on. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I kind of have an idea what they sound like, but it's probably wrong.
Well, but so here's my other opinion. I feel like we've been into this shit for long enough that it's pretty easy to like look at a band, look at the song titles. I mean, look at those guys. You know what they sound like already. You know?
Well,
I mean,
I suppose.
more or less, you know what this is going to be. Matt Pike refuses to wear a shirt live, so you know it's going to be more like stonery, groovy. I'm not wrong.
Put on that. Ooh, look at that one. It's 7 million listens.
Yep.
Let's listen to that.
Okay.
Snakes for the Divine.
Yeah, so this one's Snakes for the Divine, High on Fire.
That's a huge amount of fucking listens.
It is. 7,300,000. Okay, this is Snakes for the Divine by High on Fire. I believe this is my very first listen to High on Fire. Here we go. Okay. Little gist there.
You heard enough?
Yep.
I like the riffs and the drums and the production. It sounds to me like Mastodon or something. I don't know.
Yep. So that, I mean,
With maybe odorous on Vokes.
oh, he does have an odorous quality. You're right.
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe like a little bit less melodic odorous, but yeah, that's
What band was odorous in?
Guar.
Drink. What are you drinking? You have whiskey or some shit?
I've got a little glass of whiskey. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I wish I did. I fucking
Buffalo
got
Trace.
cherry limeade here. Waterloo.
Oh man.
It's a good one, but not as good as whiskey.
Well, this is Buffalo Trace, pretty nice.
Nice.
So, High on Fire. I was surprised by the arpeggio at the beginning. That's not what I expected, especially right out of the gate.
Yeah.
But overall, pretty much what I expected. Super riffy, heavy. I guess it was a little bit more Motorhead than I expected. I guess I expected
exactly.
a little bit more doomy, like Sleep type of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Very good.
So, yeah, I feel like my preconceived notions are a little bit true and a little bit not, which is going to be true every case, I think. But it's the same thing with Primitive Man. It's just not what I'm looking for, but cool to check out.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I mean, it's heavy.
I think Matt Pike's living in Portland, right? So
Yeah.
we're exposed to these bands.
Yep. I saw him.
We saw him at Exhorder, right? Like he was walking out.
I thought it was it Exhorder or was it that Suffocation Incantation show?
Oh, it was at the Bossa Nova.
It was the Bossa Nova. Yeah, we saw him walk in
Yeah.
with his little entourage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, it's cool to listen to for a second. Maybe I'll check it out later. I don't know.
I think being drunk and being at a show like that, I'd fucking have a good time.
Exactly.
No doubt.
I mean, I think
Seen it
that's
live would be fun. Probably.
I mean, I think that's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, High on Fire, Virgin Listen. It's kind of cool, like doing these Virgin Listens.
I like this. Yeah, it's fun.
Okay. Moving on. Should we take a little journey to Eastern Europe to a
Yes,
place
please.
called Romania?
Our number one fan,
Sebastian. Here we are.
hello again.
Okay. Sebastian, he is amazing. Everybody listens to this podcast knows Sebastian. So far, he is the only person that's sent in a I Hate Music theme. And I sent him a glorious package a week ago, maybe. So I don't think he has it yet, and I'm not going to say what I put in there because I want it to be a surprise, but I sent it was like an 8-pound package of stuff to Sebastian.
Nice, dude.
All the
Nice.
way with love to Romania.
Oh, that was nice of you.
So
that shipping's not cheap, bro.
dude, no, I spent, it was a bit of money to get it over there. But dude, that song he wrote for I Hate Music, it's crazy. It's
Incredible.
I can't believe
Incredible.
he knocked
I heard some Korn in there. I heard some some death metal. It was good. It's good.
I was totally blown away by it. You probably don't know this, but the current listening episode that we did with Hunter, I used that as the theme song in the beginning.
Oh no, I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you want me to play it now? You want to hear
Yeah.
it? Let's see if I have
I need a refresh.
Yeah. Let me see if I have it pulled up here.
He's a Romanian legend, our Sebastian.
He is. Actually, I can just do this. Maybe. Oh, maybe not. This might be too hard to do.
Don't worry.
Yeah, sorry, Sebastian, I can't do it. But I thought let me check one more thing here. I thought I had it here. I'm on a different laptop. Oh, I got it. I'm just stupid. Okay.
No, you're not, dude.
That's right. Okay. Here we go. Let's listen to Sebastian's I Hate Music theme song once again because it is the only entry so far and it fucking rules. So here we are. This is Sebastian's I Hate Music theme song. Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go.
I hate tomorrow. I hate music. Artists harmonize, neighbors demise, wife scandalized. I hate music. I hate music. Earth and sound, symphony all around. On sound and sound. I hate music. In clutch, I hate loving music so much.
Amazing, dude. He's just like, he's got that groove going, man. It's fucking incredible.
It's just, yeah.
And the production's really well. The vocals, I mean, different styles of vocals.
Yeah, so good.
I don't know how he did it.
So impressive.
I don't.
Yeah, thank you again, Sebastian, for that. I was just like so surprised when he sent that in because I just, I don't know what people are going to be able to pull off. And yeah.
That's next level shit.
Yeah. So good. So anyway, if you do have any submissions for that, send them my way. We will play them for sure. But Sebastian won. He got the package. It's sent out. He won.
Congratulations. Yay!
But yeah, if anybody else sends in a good one, I'll send a package too. I don't care. But yeah, Sebastian did awesome. So Sebastian writes in, I want to start by cheering the 1-year Agalloch reunion. I'm drinking to that as I write this.
The 1-year reunion of the reunion. No, the 1-year
anniversary
of the reunion.
That's right. It was like a little bit over a year ago that we played Prophecy Fest. So
that's right. Amazing.
Thanks for the compliments, especially on the intro submission. It made me blush so much. I thought I'd caught a cold. I'm humbled by such high praise from god-tier names in the music industry like yourselves, and getting used as the intro in episode 83 got me starstruck. A big warm salute back to Hunter. I get all fuzzy inside, just like Hunter seemed at Prophecy Fest. He gave me the vibe of a must-hug plush bear.
Wow.
That's what I felt
great.
like.
He does have that vibe.
He does. That's what I felt like doing when I first met him, but I initially held back since I was already acting weird, but went on doing anyway at the end.
Nice.
Thank you for the hug as well, Jason. I'm very grateful for the prize package, but I do hope someone else comes up with something better for the show's sake and to get a gift as well. Quick question. Did Hunter become a permanent member of Agalloch? I noticed he wasn't in some promo photos. Was it due to the mentioned distance? Well,
good question.
It's a good question, and one I'm not going to answer. It's complicated. And honestly, to be perfectly transparent, we don't really know. But Hunter is with us, and he is amazing, and he's killing every show. And he is a brother to us, and he, I love him to death. And he is, like, probably the best drummer in the world that ever existed. I mean, the guy is fucking insane. The guy is such a fucking good drummer. Good. He's so good. And he's so cute and adorable, too. I mean, he's just like, you want to pinch his cheeks, and he's like a little plush bear, like Sebastian said.
Like Sebastian says, yeah, he's huggable.
He's a little bit, I mean, he's not short, but he's a little bit shorter than I am. He's a really good hugger. Okay, so the very first time I met him, he flew out from Georgia to Portland to audition for Agalloch, which was kind of ridiculous because we already confirmed playing Prophecy Fest. So, like, it had to work. Very first time I met him, he walked out of his Airbnb, walked up to me, gave me a big hug, and kissed me on the cheek.
Wow.
Very first time I met him.
Wow.
And I was like, this is my kind of guy. He's vulnerable. He's not afraid to show emotions.
Yep.
He's lovable. He's a little plush bear. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a question I can really answer right now. But he is much more than a live drummer or a session member.
That's right.
He is a brother to us. And he's just the most amazing little plush bear. Okay, so Sebastian continues. I'm ashamed to say I'd been following Radical Research on Instagram for a while, but didn't realize it was a podcast until now. Now I'll be stalking both shows and have 2 podcasts to dive into. I guess this all stems from when I was discovering music. I was more fixated on listening rather than exploring who is behind it or what other projects they were involved in. This gradually changed, but I guess there are still side effects. When it comes to Agalloch albums and EPs, and goes for favorite songs as well, mine would be Faustian Echoes, and every other album is close second, where I really can't rank them. I just go full emotional leech while listening. I like that.
Wow.
Emotional leech.
Emotional leech.
Yeah.
Love that.
So Faustian Echoes is his favorite. That's
interesting.
unusual.
It's been a long time since I've heard that, actually.
Me
so
too, actually. I was just telling John the other day, though, I'd love to play it again. We used to play it in its entirety on tour. We had on the Faustian Echoes tour.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. Faustian Echoes is the best audiobook out there, as told by the most phenomenal masterpiece in black metal there is, my favorite black metal song ever. The oh-so-sweet melody, much like an ill-will waltz, accentuating the meager human condition, lyrics with the cherry on top dialogue at the end, still haunts with something to contemplate on constantly, and a lot of times without even listening. I could go on yapping for days about this song, and I wouldn't finish all the overthinking it put me through. Astonishing. As far as songs go, I would place in the second spot Our Fortress is Burning 1 through 3. Yeah.
Nice,
Sebastian,
nice.
for me, Bloodbirds, I think, is my favorite Agalloch song. So I'm with you.
So good live, bro.
I'm
So
with you.
good.
I'm with you. Everything up to the agonizing climax is a friendly walk through affliction intensifying at each excruciating step, from a companion with piercing, hateful eyes looking straight at humanity as a self-proclaimed entity presenting the wonders of the marks it left upon the earth. Bloodbirds has the most tormenting outro I ever stumbled upon. The growls at the end are so natural and powerful that it left scars on my heart from the pictures created in my head due to the high emotional impact it had on me. The dry, empty, vegetative-like state after the second part's climax is so on point. After hearing these songs with the two extremes of emotional range and everything in between them, with all the virtuous flavors, John Hamm became my favorite black metal singer and Agalloch my absolute black metal band. And then he says, P.S. Sorry I didn't address the Primus and or Prong topics, but priorities.
Yeah, we noticed, dude.
Yeah. Sebastian, you are a gem. We love you.
Very cool.
Thanks so much.
Very well written. He's thoughtful. He can just tell he's loves music, which is awesome.
He, what does he say? Coming in clutch. I just hate loving music so much, or something.
Oh, in the song. Yeah. We need the lyrical sheet.
He did send it to me at one point, but I am not going to pull it up now.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you, Sebastian. We have one more listener email, and I'm a little disappointed that your friend Matt didn't write in.
Yeah, what's up, Matt?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
You listening?
Dude.
You out there?
Yeah. He said he was going to write in.
Maybe I didn't fuck anything up. He didn't want to correct me, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
sometimes it's that.
Most of his stuff is a correction for you. Okay, last thing. This is kind of like a weird little promo thing, I guess, but I wanted to get into it anyway. Hey, Jason, I'm Mark, and I have a project called Dawnwalker based in London, which is sort of post-prog, and I'm gearing up for the release of our new album, The Unknowing, at the moment. I'm a big fan of the podcast and several of your projects. My band has definitely gotten some Agalloch comparisons in the past, though we've moved into a more proggy Wizards Key realm of late. That's cool. Proggy Wizards Keys realm of late.
Nice.
Anyway, I thought I'd send you this as I'm looking to get out and do some more podcasts and see if anyone would be interested in chatting about this. It's a totally DIY project. We're pretty well known in London, but not so much further afield. Let me know if something you'd be interested in. Yeah, probably not. That's not really what we do necessarily, but I thought it might be fun to check out a song. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, let's play a song, please.
Okay.
Dawnwalker.
He's got one. Let's see.
It says here, new LP coming out October 18th. So perfect timing here.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm going to leave it up to you, Nick. Do you want to hear Cancer Rising?
Yeah, let's
Pagan
listen to
Plains,
the Cancer Rising.
Rip,
Cancer Rising.
The Wheel Part 1? Okay, Cancer Rising because it's the first
Cancer
one.
is rising because of all the fucking shitty food we all eat and all these things.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You gotta lay off the Chick-fil-A, Nick.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, here we are. This is Dawnwalker, Cancer Rising, and I guess this is released. I mean, it says
October 18th.
Yeah, but it's got an official video here I'm going to play. So,
Oh, I see. Oh, this is on YouTube. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I hope I'm not playing this, out of step here.
Prematurely or something,
prematurely, but whatever. He sent it to me. So, here we go. Dawnwalker, Cancer Rising. Damn. That's not at all what I expected.
No. To me, it sounds like modern Catatonia, but I...
Oh, I hear that.
Yeah.
Good call.
Man.
That's so
Really
funny.
cool.
Yeah, it's just not what I would have expected from the name.
I like the build up too. There's a really nice kind of subtle build up to the end there.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's really cool. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. For fans of
Porcupine Tree, Hawken, Opeth, Catatonia, Crippled Black Venus, Anathema, of course. Yeah.
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 Wow.
That's cool. Yeah, it's so funny. Oh wait, it was mastered by Brad Boatwright at Audio Siege. That's local.
In Portland?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Where does it say that?
Right here. Do you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So recorded in London, mixing and overdubs in Edinburgh. Yeah,
Very cool.
mastered.
I wonder if they sought that guy out for
he's
a particular reason.
He's fairly well known as a mastering engineer, but I didn't think he was like that well known.
Yeah.
He's friends with our good friend Amy Dragon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That was great. Thank you so
Awesome, dude.
much.
Yeah.
What's his
really
name?
cool.
Mark. Yeah, Mark. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
sending
Mark.
that in. It kind of flies in the face of what I was just saying. Like, I can look at a band and see the name and what they're dressed like.
But you
and
were wrong,
I was totally
dude.
wrong on this. I mean, you can see him, right? Like, I just wouldn't have guessed.
I see those three people,
Yeah.
and I would not have guessed their music sounds like we just heard.
Exactly. And I love that. I love being proven wrong. I love... Yeah, thank you again so much. That's so cool. I'm going to spend more time with this later.
Maybe this comes from the world that we came from, which is there's like a death metal uniform, there's a black metal uniform.
Yeah.
And so we expect them, but this whole thing happening now is just everything's a combination of everything else. That's not only the music, but the looks and how people dress. And
Yeah, agreed. And if you look at them, I would say they're probably a bit younger than us, but maybe not a lot.
I would say mid-30s probably.
Yeah. And so it's interesting. Like, maybe, when people like look at what Agalloch does, they wouldn't think of like MoonBladder. You know what I mean? So
That's
I wonder
true.
if it's the same thing. Like, if these guys have been making music for so long that they have like a certain style and a certain look, but what they're creating maybe doesn't fit that so much anymore. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that's good.
Doesn't matter. It just
No, it certainly doesn't.
really, really cool. And yeah, thanks again, Mark. That was
Thanks,
really
Mark.
fun.
That was fun to like we did 3 times today.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool being exposed to something you'd never heard, and immediately getting reaction and talking about it. It's kind of fun.
That's why I wanted to get into some of these listener emails, because I thought it would be cool to kind of explore that a little bit more. Because I do get emails from people like, "Hey, check this out," and sometimes I don't necessarily want to do it, but sometimes I think it would be fun to look into and check out. But yeah, that was awesome, man. That was so cool.
Really cool.
As far as catching up goes, which is supposed to be like the point to this whole episode, but I feel like listener emails were like so good this time.
That was awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys for that. I did play 2 MoonBladder shows. I played Portland and Eugene.
I was happy to be in attendance at the Portland show.
Yeah, your first. It wasn't your first MoonBladder show, was it?
No. At least 3 or 4.
That's what I thought. But I lose track because it was Jason Walton, and then it was JWW.
That's
and then,
true.
all this.
That's
but
true.
That's true. I think you'd seen actual MoonBladder before. But this is an entirely new set. Way different.
It was awesome, dude. You're using this vocal mic, kind of what you have here on the podcast.
Yeah.
And you're engaging with the crowd.
Yeah. I've got banter.
You dropped this fucking knife thing, and it was sharp enough that it stuck right in the ground, dude.
Right in the stage.
It's really dramatic and incredible.
Yeah. There's a great video on Instagram where when I pull out the knife, you can hear you go, yeah! And then when I drop it and it lands in the stage, you can hear Scott laughing. It's pretty great.
Yeah, that was fun, dude.
But yeah,
nice show.
It was a good show.
Really enjoyed that.
I joined Feral
You've
Season.
taken it to the next level, dude. You're fucking...
Thank you. I was singing,
really,
man. I was singing.
Yeah, you're trying.
You're
trying something
You
new
heard me
here.
sing?
Yeah, I heard you sing. That blew my mind. And you had this kind of a mantra thing that you were talking as well, which was like summoning us to the moon and all these things. Fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, all the chanting and shit.
Yeah, the chanting.
Yeah, I was Feral Season was doing a 4-date tour. They invited me for the first show in Portland, the last show in Eugene. And those guys are old friends of mine, especially Carl.
What a guy, Carl.
Carl's the best. Yeah, he's on episode maybe 30-something, maybe 40-something. But he's been in bands such as Church and Agalloch. But his new black metal band, Feral Season, they have a record on Profound Lore, which is fantastic. And so I jumped at the chance. It was a lot of fun. We played with, I think it's pronounced Peste Umbrum, maybe. And then it was one of Uznia's very last shows. And then
that was in Portland.
Yeah, in Portland. And then Eugene, it was Peste Umbrum and Flatulent Sermon. As Carl said, like one of the worst names ever. But it was really good death metal, and they closed with a Pungent Stench cover. They played Extreme Deformity from For God Your Soul, For Me Your Flesh.
Did they say that's what they were doing?
Yeah. I wouldn't have recognized it, no. I mean, if it was like an obituary song or something, I'd recognize it. But no, I wouldn't recognize that. But yeah, that was really cool. It was a good time. Our good friend Zach Chia was my front of house for both shows. Came along.
Hi, Zach.
In both
Love
shows.
that guy.
Yeah, Zach's the best. My wife Erin joined us. We went to Hop Valley in Eugene before the show.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, had some really nice nachos with brisket, a couple beers. It was a nice day. It wasn't too hot. We sat in the sun, got some rays. Nice. And then we're like, okay, we should probably go back to the Airbnb. Got up, and I heard somebody yell, "Jason Walton!" I'm like, what? I turn around. It's Mike Scheit from Yob. Just
no shit.
Yeah. He was
just wandering around the city.
He was at the same fucking restaurant, just like
that's insane.
Yeah, 2 tables down. I'm like, he's like the only guy I know in Eugene.
Exactly. And he's like he's like somebody you know for a long time.
Yeah,
that's just weird.
Yeah, so then we ended up like talking with him and his girlfriend for a while, which was really cool, and just like so good to see him again. But he said that they were going to a different brewery, but then last minute they're like, we've never been to Hop Valley. Let's just check it out. And so just purely random, weird ass coincidence.
Oh, before they saw you guys, they just
sorry,
I see what you mean.
We just ended up at the same place, like totally randomly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it was great to see him. And then
I love when that happens.
Yeah, the show was great. Had a nice Airbnb. We did a hot tub before the show and after the show.
Nice.
And then drove back to Portland the next morning. And
I'm glad you stayed the night. That's great, because the show I played out there in August, I came back.
I don't like doing that, man. It's not too bad. It's only 2 hours.
2 hours,
but still,
that I-5 drive is so boring too.
Yeah, it's not great, and it's just.
And then you can't drink if you're driving back.
No, and I feel like it's kind of dangerous too, driving back late at night, and I like to have a couple beers. So yeah, but yeah, we got an awesome Airbnb, and man, life is good. I feel like it went really well. Nice. I was drawing down the moon. I was cursing people with the moon.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
You motherfucker, man.
It went. I feel like it went really well. It was a good couple shows. I had 2 other shows this winter, and they both got canceled while I was there, so that was kind of strange.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. I have 1 show coming up next month that I can't announce yet, but there is going to be a show in Portland.
Good.
Yeah, coming soon. But yeah, man, it was great, and it was so good to have you there. And
I'm glad to have been there. It was fucking fantastic. Pretty good turnout, I'd say, too.
Oh, actually, I've been to the high water mark dozens of times, and that's the biggest crowd I've ever seen there, like ever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It was a great night. I had my first board meeting with the Recording Academy. That same week, we went up to Seattle. Aaron and I went up to Seattle. We took the Amtrak, took the train up there. Had my first meeting. That was really good. Got to meet all the people. Learn about what we're doing.
Have you had to have any responsibilities or anything yet?
No. I'm still just trying to figure out like what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
But man, it was an amazing experience. Like so many just fucking badass people with just decades of like crazy experience in the music industry, and everybody's like so nice and accepting. And the biggest thing that they were talking about, like the advocacy that they do, and just like they're actually meeting with like senators and like trying to get bills passed for like musicians' rights and things like that. So,
oh wow,
the big thing they're working on now is trying to get in front of the whole AI thing. And they were saying like it used to be like for Napster and streaming and Spotify and all this, it's like the shit would go down, and then people would try to like sweep it up afterwards and figure out what's going on afterwards. And now the Academy is like, we need to get in front of this, and we're not trying to fight AI. We're just trying to figure out how we can have jobs and how we can survive in this, industry when like Tom Hanks is watching TV and he hears his own voice on a commercial,
Yeah. And supposedly there's programs out there that you can just put in like, Cannibal Corpse-ish song with, some kind of Weird Al lyrics or something.
Yeah.
And it pops it out immediately. I have not heard something that's been like, okay, here was the prompt, here's the music that came out of it. I haven't heard that.
Me either.
So I don't know how good it sounds or
Yeah.
anything, but we're not that far away from.
Yeah, and I think, for dialogue, it's pretty much there. And I think that's
Crazy,
part of
dude.
Yeah. Anyway, they're just trying to get in
So
front
by
of
us
it.
doing this podcast, dude, they're going to get to know the way we fucking talk.
Yeah.
Man.
I hate music. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna analyze what we're talking about, and then they're gonna impersonate us somehow.
Actually,
and then they're gonna call our kids or something and be like, "I need you now.
Yeah.
Send me $100."
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
They're bankrupt.
Yeah.
That's all they have is $100.
I'm at the airport. I've been trapped by Guar. I'm here with Kyle.
These are the only words available. I'm here with Kyle.
I'm here with Kyle and Sebastian.
Yeah. Sebastian wrote a song for me,
Yeah.
but I can't listen to it until you pay me $100.
Exactly. Yeah. Something like that. Actually, I was thinking about that recently because I saw this AI video of Gordon Ramsay making a mess in the kitchen. Have you seen this?
Yeah. No.
Oh, dude, it's so great. I mean, it doesn't look realistic at all, but it's just, how things like they morph into each other. It's just, it's hilarious. But it made me think, like, it'd be really funny if we could do, like, an AI script or something for I Hate Music. Like, that would be really
let's
fun.
Try it. Yeah, let's try it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We maybe if you have a dilemma or something that we need to solve, we can ask AI to solve it for us, and then we can read the solution.
Yeah.
We got to think of something, but
I mean, I'm sure we can figure out something. But
yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea.
yeah, it's interesting stuff. But and I think, like, it was just,
Was it a vibe of like this shit's gonna destroy us, or was it like we can work with it somehow?
Yeah, we can work with it. I mean, I think to be an artist that exists with technology, you have to be able to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just gonna. There's no sense in fighting it, so you have to like figure out a way to coexist with it.
Well, being pretty involved in this Dungeon Synth stuff, I've just noticed the rhetoric around AI produced albums, covers.
Covers. Oh yeah, well, death metal too.
People fucking rage, dude. Yeah, like they did with the Kerry King and Deicide thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah, it's like it takes no creativity to just put in a prompt. Oh, devilish looking character, and bust something out and put it on your album.
Yeah,
it takes no creativity. But
yeah. Well, Pestilence too. Pestilence did it, and the fans like fought back so much they actually changed the cover because it was.
Yeah. Glenn Benton didn't give a fuck.
No,
I don't care.
But Kerry King's looked just like the Deicide one. It was so
and
weird.
They put out at the same time by the same label.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
I mean, somebody's got to look at that and be like, "Oh, these look similar," and then just be like,
the ads are those two together.
I know.
It's so obnoxious.
It's
so
so
unbelievable that somebody didn't notice.
It's so dumb. But I mean, I think that's a different situation than like creating like an album from AI or like a ad or something like that. But they're just trying to get ahead of it, and just to figure out like how can we coexist with these things.
It's interesting. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, they're doing all sorts of like really cool stuff, and I'm just getting my feet wet. So
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome you're doing that.
Yeah, and you had a Traveler's Rest show, right?
I did. It was just like your Australian shows, but like 2,000 people less.
Cool.
Probably.
Yeah. People were like, "Oh my god, I never thought I'd see you," and like,
exactly.
Been listening to you since I was a child.
I drove 5 blocks to see you.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry I missed that. I was a little bit busy.
Yeah, no problem. You had a pretty good excuse.
Pretty good excuse. Yeah.
The turnout was family and friends, basically.
That's cool, though.
But yeah, that was fun. I'm getting much more comfortable, and I'm doing a little more flair and stuff. So
is this
feeling good?
Show 3? That
was my third one. Yeah. So I have another one on Saturday at this comic book shop at 5. I'm playing at 3:30 in the afternoon. I have no idea what that's going to be like, but you're going to go?
Yep, I'll be there.
Awesome.
I think. Well, Aaron and I will be there. I'm trying to get the kids to go. We'll see.
Good. Yeah.
And I think
that's fine.
I think Jori's going to go too. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I finished my next album. That'll be out December 1st for winter kind of thing.
Nice.
So I sent that to Jori for mastering. So I'm excited to get that out there. And then I have another show with that same band you just played with.
Yeah, with the Peste
in
Umbra
October.
or whatever. Yeah.
In October 25th, Shanghai Tunnel. So yeah, that's been going great, dude. It's been fun to, I don't know, just push myself in that way. And I don't know.
Yeah, it's such a push when you.
And to be in complete control, to not, you are my band member in Dolphin, and it's not your fault or anybody else's fault, but
Right.
band members, it takes time to get things done.
For
And
sure.
you want it to go through this process of evaluation and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But when it's my own shit, it's like I'm just putting it out.
Yeah. I mean, same with MoonBladder. It's like
you understand that.
I've been working on this LP for like 3 years now, and just because I'm letting it percolate and simmer,
Yeah.
And but yeah, I don't have to answer to anybody. Like I can do a show if I want. I don't have to. Like
Yep.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. It's very freeing to say the least.
It is, and I enjoy it quite a bit, and I'm glad to be doing it. So
No, I'm super proud of you for doing it. It was I was still just like, wasn't that many months ago where you're like, oh, I just released a cassette today. I'm like, wait, what?
yeah, I was keeping it on the DL.
You were totally keeping it on the DL.
Well, I didn't want anybody to talk me out of it or have me try to explain what are you doing exactly.
Right.
It's just like, here it is. It's like if you really are interested, here
Yeah.
it is, rather than like, well, it's this,
Right.
synth music that.
You're like, it's old and synth, dude. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. And we both missed Mortis. Came through Eugene.
Yeah, we did. I was down in Southern California, but unfortunately, I missed that. I did see a bunch of shows recently, though.
What'd you see?
I saw Journey Def Leppard, which
Oh,
I
that's
paid for
right,
on the
yeah.
day of at the Moda Center. Was okay. It
Yeah.
was fine.
Yeah.
I just, those arena shows.
Yeah.
Whatever. Not much to say.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Journey's music. Def Leppard was interesting to see. The dude with the one
Yeah,
arms
yeah.
up there, put the drum in, and it was cool. Saw Cirque du Soleil here.
Oh,
in
nice.
Portland.
Okay.
That was fun. Saw a show in Ashland on the way down to California.
Would you?
A play. Sorry,
Ooh.
a play. It was like a Shakespeare.
I was gonna say it must have been a Shakespeare thing in Ashland.
But it was a reimagining of the relationship between Marlowe and Shakespeare. Marlowe was, rumored to have actually written a lot of those plays, or Shakespeare ripping him off.
Right, yeah.
So it was this imagined friendship between them two. And we live in this progressive world, and of course they made out. They were gay lovers,
Of course.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so it was that kind of story. We saw 2 nights of Frizzy at
Yes, I wanted to ask
playing
you
the
about
Fulci
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, that was incredible.
Yeah.
First night, so Frizzy is the guy who did the soundtracks for Fulci movies, and the live band played with the movie The Beyond on Friday night and Zombie on Saturday night.
That's awesome.
It was incredible. And after the shows, the whole band did like another set of their music.
Oh, wow.
So it was cool being at the Hollywood Theater.
Yeah.
and just hearing the music and seeing the stage.
That's so
It
cool.
was really great.
That's great.
Then the day after that, this band Cold Sanctum, or it's just one guy. He's a
Yeah.
dungeon synth kind of guy, but I do this on the keyboards with one finger.
Right.
He does like both hands on the keyboard. He's good. He's really
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
He did the soundtrack to The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari,
Right.
which is like a 1920s horror, one of the first horror movies or whatever. It's not, it's not really a horror movie in our comparison to today, but he reimagined what the soundtrack would be. And it was really, really, really great. And that was at the Star Theater.
That's awesome.
Incredible. Yeah. So the 3 nights in a row, the 2 Frizzy shows, and then this guy doing a movie as well. So 3 days in a row of music played to movies with the screen behind. It was really fun.
Yes. Wow. That's amazing. That's so cool.
I wrote all that down so I remembered.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be like, yeah, if things are good, I don't know what I've been doing.
I have notes. Ask about the Frizzy shows.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I was planning on going to those, and then life was just getting in the way.
No problem.
Had so much
man.
stuff going on.
You were recovering as well. So.
Yeah, last week was just between the Recording Academy thing in Seattle, and then last 2 times I went up to Seattle for the Academy stuff. The next day I had a show in Portland, so like that was a big
exactly.
push. And then this week I had that plus Sunday, Eugene. Just a lot. So I had to bag on it.
One thing I have to mention before this episode's over is, have you seen this new blood incantation video? It's called the Stargate.
I have not watched the video. I've seen that it exists. I've not seen it.
Please, after this, go watch
Okay.
it. It's 20 minutes, so put away some time.
Yeah.
These fucking guys, man. It's unbelievable.
I know.
They are so smart, so talented, hardworking.
Yes.
But they put this video together, and they got Tangerine Dream to play on this song as well.
Yeah.
It's on their new album, which is coming out Friday, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, it's so good.
It's amazing. And
it's like tells this weird, like, medieval sci-fi story and this whole thing. It's
yeah,
fucking incredible.
I'm excited to see it. And, they're doing like a concert in their hometown of Denver, and Steve Roach is opening.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, my God, these guys.
Yeah.
They're leaning into this,
Yeah.
like...
As they should
krautrock
be, man.
Kind of
they
like
should be.
psychedelic
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I feel like they flirted with it a little bit. But, I mean, what's it called? Time Wave Zero. Like, I loved that record.
But they segregated
They did.
that from their
Exactly.
music. Now it's a combination.
And it should be.
Which is fucking
It
great.
should be. Their last EP hinted at that, like, that commingling a little bit.
Yes, yes.
But Paul told me, he's like, wait till you hear the full length. Like, it's like fully integrated.
Yeah, exactly. It's so cool.
Yeah, and getting people like from Tangerine Dream to play on it, like that's just
how do they do
like,
that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just insane. But like I love Time Wave Zero. Like we would go to the beach house and like sit in the sauna and listen to that shit.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean I've always loved that band and they're close friends of mine and they're just the best. And
they're so great.
I'm really excited to see that video and for that new record. I haven't heard the whole record yet, but
yeah, I don't think it's out yet, so
yeah.
Friday. Another mismatch is David Gilmour actually playing. He played, dude, on Body Count's cover of Comfortably Numb.
Yeah.
He did this like
you sent
6
me that
minute
text.
solo.
Yeah.
How did they get David Gilmour to play that?
I mean,
blows my mind.
I mean, it's
dude.
Ice-T, but still, like,
yeah. I mean, pretty underground, and like Gilmour's not into metal, I'm sure.
No,
so it's like,
no.
fuck.
Yeah.
But of course, Ice-T reinterpreted the lyrics about how fucked up the world is and all this stuff.
Okay.
It's fucking great how everybody's comfortably numb because of distractions from social media.
Sure,
and
yeah,
all
yeah,
these things.
yeah.
It's fucking great, dude. It's really great.
Dude, that's great. Yeah, I'll have to check that out too. Yeah, you texted that to us like a few days ago or something, but I haven't had a chance to check it out.
Oh, it's all good, dude.
That's so cool.
Another band I was reminded of recently, which I hadn't really thought of since the 90s, was Blood Hag. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah. They had
They were
the
like-
umlauts over the O's, right?
Yeah, but they were all about like bookcore or something.
Yeah, they were from Seattle.
Educore or something. They're from Seattle,
Yeah.
but they sing about authors and like during their shows they would throw up sci-fi books and stuff like that.
The one dude is King Dude.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm like pretty positive. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the one guy that there was like he was in a different band too, I think, but then he started doing the King Dude stuff, and that kind of blew up when
cool.
Neofolk became a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. I'd have to see them live sometime and actually talk to them. That'd be cool because Blood Hag are great.
I'm not sure I've ever actually heard Blood Hag.
Well, put a song on. They're really short.
Okay.
There's an album called Hooked on Demonics. It's
Oh, really?
dude. And they're very, 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 very short songs, like
Okay.
30-second songs.
Let's see.
And each song's about like another author, Philip K. Dick or
Really?
Burroughs
Okay.
or- yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to make this happen. It's one of those bands that I've heard about many times over the years because they're semi-local, but I've just never checked it out.
I don't know this album or anything, but
Hellbent for Letters. That's pretty good.
Hellbent for Letters. Okay, it's the only one on Spotify. So,
Okay.
yeah, try that Kurt Vonnegut one. It's only 1:20.
Okay, here we go. This is Blood Hag with Kurt Vonnegut Jr. That reminds me of a fucking Sufjan Stevens title. like John Wayne Gacy Jr. Okay. Here we go. Kurt Vonnegut Jr.
Fuck
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't tell from the lyrics, but they're probably talking about something very smart.
Yeah, probably. That's funny. I haven't thought about those guys in forever.
Yeah, I had a tape, so I've been so into cassettes lately that I just came across my old tapes, and I was in there. I was like, oh, shit, I forgot about those guys.
It looks like a power duo.
What?
I mean, that can't be true, though, but that photo is definitely two people, but there's no drummer in the photo, so...
Oh, yeah.
I guess you can't see it right now, but it's just like a photo of... Oh, they're in a library. That makes sense.
Nice.
Or a bookstore. Yeah, a guitarist and a vocalist. But, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure one of those dudes went on to do... Or wait, no, I'm probably saying that wrong. I think it was called Book of the Black Earth. I think that's where I'm getting confused. I think there's another Seattle band, Book of the Black Earth, that King Dude came from.
Dude? Oh, I see.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Okay. It's hard to keep all this shit straight, you know?
Yeah, it is, dude. That's why I'm afraid of coming on these podcasts sometimes and blurting out something that's not true.
Well, that's why you have Matt to correct you.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the corrections, Matt.
Yeah. Should we move on to I have like a very special, very hard, very appropriate.
Fuck, marry, kill. What would you fuck? What would you marry? What would you kill?
Nice.
Yeah.
So good. Jori, right? Amazing.
Jori, thanks again for that. That's so amazing.
Yep. Thank you, Jori.
Fuck, marry, kill. You ready for this one?
Yeah, I don't really have one, so I think I'm going to have to skip unless I can think of some really quick. So, yes, I'm ready.
Ready. Okay. So, again, I try to make these relevant to what we're talking about. Since we don't really have a topic this time, this one's weird, and it actually became, I think, much harder than usual.
Okay, this is great.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Mm-hmm.
Attending concerts,
Okay.
playing Traveler's Rest shows,
Okay.
piloting airplanes.
Oh, God. Oh, it's terrible,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, no. I can't do this. It's like Sophie's Choice. Or
It's
I was
worse than
choosing
our
each
last
other.
Sophie's Choice. I don't remember what the last one was.
Yeah.
It was like Warrior Soul Prong Primus or something.
Yeah, exactly. So, fuck means,
It's like a one-time or just like a limited thing, just like whatever. It's just inconsequential.
okay, I'm going to fuck going to shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to marry piloting, and I'm going to kill Traveler's Rest.
Damn.
I enjoy Traveler's Rest, but it's not essential to my life or anything. You know?
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Dang.
I just started doing it like a month ago. Too.
You already have 3 records out. Yeah.
Oh, that's so hard.
I know.
though, dude.
So that would basically
God.
mean you'd be able to like watch a show or 2, and that's it. Or no. Yeah. Show or 2, and that's it. And you wouldn't play any more Traveler's Rest shows.
Well, I would be disappointed if I had to choose that, you know.
Well,
But being in an airplane is one of the few things where, like, my mind is focused on the task, and I don't think about anything else.
right.
And when
'Cause you have
when
to
you
be.
find something like that in your life, whatever it is
Yeah.
that happens to, you have to proceed with that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to keep doing that, because otherwise we're driving ourselves crazy all this time to think.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. That's a hard one, though.
It is. Yeah. Very good. You blew my mind. I can't even. It's too difficult, really.
Yeah.
And I'll probably change my mind in 10 minutes. But.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I mean, this is legally binding, though, so, you know.
Damn it. When I do say something, I tend to do it. So, shit.
God damn
now
it.
I have to do this.
Now you said it. Yeah.
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 Sorry, I don't have one for you.
No. That's good. That's good, man. I don't really have a T-shirt of the day because I'm just wearing an I Hate Music.
Oh, I've got one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell is that?
It's Nasty Nick.
Oh, yeah. It's a Garbage Pail Kid.
It's Garbage Pail Kid. The Garbage Pail Kid number 1 was Nasty Nick, which just happens to be my name.
Oh, holy shit! It's Nick Wusz.
The first card they ever put out was Nasty Nick, 1986, I think.
Oh wow, 86.
Yeah.
Wow.
The number 1 card, so it's worth the most of all the cards.
How much is that shirt worth?
Not too much. I got it as a gift, though.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Do you have the Nasty Nick card?
I do. I bought one last year for like $100.
Yeah. Well, it's your name though.
Yeah, I know. It's just sitting on my shelf like all this other shit,
I know.
collecting dust.
I know how that is.
You've tried to minimize quite a bit.
Yeah, I've cleared out a bunch of shit out of my place for sure. It's looking good in here. I can still do some more, but yeah.
Do you intend to fill it eventually, or is
No,
it
I'm gonna try to
something that you're
keep
going to try to
it-
maintain?
It keeps my mental state a little bit more focused and clear.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You got a lot of
I got a lot of distractions.
You got a lot of stuff going on there.
Oh God.
I see a guitar and
This
a
is
million
just in this
tapes
room.
and-
So
yeah.
I've got Walkmans up in the ass right now. I'm fixing so many of them.
Are you?
Check out this one, dude. We shouldn't be doing this on the radio probably, but it's a cool little device, Japanese one, really thin and stuff.
Yeah.
But the headphones are integrated
Oh, dude,
into it.
It pulls.
The
They pull out of the
Yeah.
body of the
Yeah,
Walkman.
and then you put them in your ears, and there you go.
And they're-
integrated headphones.
And it's retractable then.
Oh yeah.
So
you
it-
just push this button and it goes right
It's
back
like
in.
the cord on a vacuum.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Did you get that in Japan?
Amazing, huh? No, I got this on eBay.
Oh, man.
And it wasn't working, and I fixed it.
Damn. Well, you'll be happy to know that I'm only using one Walkman in my sets now.
Yeah, I noticed that you were. I didn't see any actually.
Yeah, I've got one.
Nice.
And I am not breaking it. I mean, it'll break eventually, but not because I'm throwing it on the ground.
Good, dude.
That's how they used to break.
I recently I bought a lot of like 6 of them on eBay that were broken for like $30.
Oh, yeah?
They're all just shitty kind of plastic ones,
Right.
and I put belts in them, clean them up. I've been getting $80 for
Oh,
them.
shit.
$60 on eBay each.
Damn.
I can't believe it.
That's crazy.
So I got a little Walkman business here.
I like that. Well, I need a backup. I've only got one right now. So if you have a shitty one that works,
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
yeah.
Okay.
I could use maybe a couple backups, but I'm
Oh, jeez.
I'm what do you call it? I'm phasing out that Walkman abuse
Okay, good.
out of my set. But I am relying on one. So if it goes out, then, it's not great.
Well, okay. I'll try to remember that.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you a good Sony or
No,
anything.
I don't want anything good. I just need something that works.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't even have to play in the right speed. Just because
I got a lot of those.
yeah, I throw it through like so many weird distortions and effects. It doesn't even matter what it is.
Yeah,
Speaking of
that's
Blood
kinda
Incantation, that's what I started with. Is like this weird rehearsal tape that they sent me before they were like known really, and they called it Bud Inhalation on the tape.
As a joke? Or?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
I was going to say.
It's like this rehearsal tape.
Yeah.
Probably worth money
I
now.
thought maybe that's how, like in Denver, what was that band, Cannabis Corpse or something?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? I thought maybe it was like that, and then they morphed into a more serious band or something.
No, they were just
Okay.
they were just being funny. Did I tell you about that time? Speaking of Cannabis Corpse, that I was downtown with Alex Webster, and we ran into one of the guys from Cannabis Corpse.
No.
Yeah. I mean, that's
He recognized Alex, or
they.
like, how did you do that?
I mean, Alex knows those guys, so.
Oh, I
yeah.
see.
But I mean, that's the extent of the story. But
Okay.
still, it was just
End
like,
of
wait, cannibal? Like, that's weird.
They're together.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Well, cool, man. I think that's all I have for this one.
Yeah, that's a good episode.
Yeah, catching up on
I feel
shit.
like we
lots of-
accomplished a lot. We hadn't seen each other in a while, so.
yeah, a lot of listener emails, a lot of catching up on shit.
What's looking forward to here?
Yeah, looking forward. I don't have anything I can talk about really except for Agalloch headlining Fortress Fest, which will be a lot of fun.
Yep, I got a ticket for
Yeah,
that.
in England. Also going to be Spirit Possession, 1349. Fen just confirmed, which I'm really excited about. See those guys again.
Fen's awesome.
Yeah, nothing else I can talk about at the moment. But there's going to be a MoonBladder show in Portland in November.
Good.
And there's going to be a tour, MoonBladder tour I'm prepping for probably early next year, which is going to be a really big deal for me. And I'm like 90% done with a new full-length record for MoonBladder.
Hell
So,
yes. Fucking awesome.
Yeah. And you've got a new Traveler's Rest coming soon?
Yep. Yep. That'll be December 1st. Hopefully a show in December to kind of celebrate the darkened winter that we're going into here. Marky Ramone next
Yes.
week, bro.
Oh, dude. Wednesday. I'm so stoked for that. Marker Ramone.
I have Tuesday on my calendar, the 8th.
Oh.
Is it the 9th?
Let me
Okay. Shit.
let me check. I thought it was Wednesday.
Oh, gosh. Okay, well, I'll change my calendar.
Well, let me make sure. Here.
I have Iron Maiden on October 14th. Matt Kenny's going to be in town.
Yeah, I'm going to be there too.
I can't believe you're going to Maiden, dude.
Marker Ramone is October 9th, Wednesday.
Oh, shit.
Don't fuck this up, dude.
Yeah, fuck, dude. I had it on the 8th.
No, it's the 9th.
Oh, Cryptopsy's on the 8th. I probably won't go. But
No,
we've seen
I've seen him a few
couple
times last year, so.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
They're great live, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely October 9th. Marker Ramone.
Okay, at the Crystal.
Yep.
Good.
Yep, beer is
Luckily that
downstairs
works out
beforehand.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to cry. Definitely going to cry.
You saw him like last year.
No, that was Richie. I've never seen Marky.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
Shit.
Marky is whole new level of Ramone. He's like the only semi-OG left. Yeah, Maiden on the 14th. And then you've got your show coming up on Saturday, too.
Yeah, on the 5th. Yeah. And the 25th. 5th and 25th.
5th and 25th.
Otherwise, nothing else on my calendar besides Maiden, Marky Ramone. Yeah, gonna go to a couple Blazer games. They're starting up. Ghoul is playing on the 19th.
Oh,
Kinda
yeah, I
interested
saw
in
that.
at Star Theater.
Yeah,
Go to that.
that would be cool. They're fun to see.
Yeah.
I have a Rouge Aftab in January. Aladdin. Got tickets to that.
Who's that?
I'm going to say this wrong. I'm totally going to fuck this up. She is Indian, Pakistani, something.
Okay.
Not sure.
Nice.
Saw her the first Grammys I went to. I saw her. She did one of the pre-ceremony concerts, and she was phenomenal. And I got into her from that. And
Awesome.
yeah, she's got a new record out like a while back. That's amazing. But yeah, Aladdin Theater, January. Super stoked on that. I think Robert's going to that too. But yeah, I don't think I have any other shows other than those at this point. Oh yeah, I do. Veronica Vaughn, October 25th, the same night as you.
Oh, yeah. So hopefully you can come see me at 8, and then you can leave after that if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to try to hit both of those for sure. Veronica Vaughn is the side project of, well, it's not the side project, it's the project of Chris Hackman from Thief, and he's playing at the Show Bar. I'm not sure where that is, but hopefully I can see you and that.
I hope so. Show Bar. I don't know what that is either.
I don't either.
Don't forget November 29th, Morbid Angel, Uwada, and Fulci.
Oh, yeah, I don't have tickets for that.
Yeah, get one for that. I'm sorry I didn't buy you. I don't even know why I didn't even think of it. I was just like,
Yeah.
gotta get a ticket. I got so excited.
Yeah.
I can't miss that.
And
Exodus is coming too, December 4th, dude. At Hawthorne.
Jesus, really?
That's gonna be fucking crazy. Dude.
Okay, I kind of want to go to that too. December 4th.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hawthorne.
I think I'm around for that. I think that January is going to be my 50th birthday.
You think it will be?
Yep, I think it will be.
What are we gonna do, bro?
I do believe that Aaron is planning a soiree at Brewhouse.
Well, on the 29th?
I don't know.
Or...
I don't know what day.
Okay, we'll get a hold of her. My calendar, bro. I need to put this shit
I
down.
know, there's so much stuff going on.
Your birthday's 29th, right?
That's right.
Can't believe a lot of us are turning 50 real soon here.
Yeah, I'm going to be 50. Yeah, and Brewhouse is going to host us.
That's fucking awesome,
It's
dude.
going to be great.
Great idea.
Yep. And speaking of that, I was talking to our friend Zach Chia, and we want to do a MoonBladder Proxys Traveler's Rush show at Azoth.
You know, my dream, that sounds amazing, and we will do that. Please, anytime. But let's do a podcast show sometime.
Okay, so yeah, you mentioned that at the thing.
Why not? Well,
no,
what do we do?
No. I'm into it. It's just funny because Erin said the same thing the day before. She was like, "Have you ever thought about doing like I Hate Music Live?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, but like I'm not really sure like how that would work. I'm not sure if Nick would be
Not
into
sure
it."
how that would work, you know.
And then you mentioned it, and you're like, "We should do it live." And I'm like,
Well, I could play my half-hour set. You play your half-hour set, and then we could have a talk about music or something.
"I'm into it. We should do it."
And we could have a special guest.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I don't know.
Yeah, we could totally do it.
Let's discuss this privately.
Yeah, no, I mean, people do that. They even tour with that shit. So, yeah, I think we should do it. It would be fun. We could do it at Azoth and record it live, and yeah, we'll do it at some point.
Great idea.
Yeah, but yeah, Zach wants to do a show with us, so
Okay. Yeah. Anytime.
I think we should do it.
I think that'd be a lot of fun, dude.
It would be,
That would be my dream to share a stage with you. bro.
aw, so cute.
Yeah.
Well, cool. We should probably wrap this up. It's been
Okay,
almost 2
sounds
hours.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a long time.
it's a long one, but a lot of shit to catch up on, man. It's a lot of stuff.
Yep.
All right. Well, as always, earthandsound.org. Join our Patreon to help us pay for shit. And, yeah, we will see you next time.
See you next time. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Nick Wusz.
Bye.
An Earth in Sound production.